New rounds soon to be loaded into the breach. These Ukrainian troops wait for the order. They're preparing to fire this gun. Ukraine has received more than 100 M777 howitzers, but we've seen steadily the Russians are gaining more and more ground. This helps, but it may not be enough. With sophisticated U.S.-made and supplied 155mm howitzers like this, Ukraine hopes to counter Russia's massive superiority in firepower. That superiority has allowed Russian forces to push forward, subjecting cities like Severodonetsk and Lysychansk to intense bombardment. This drone footage shows Russian tanks entering the town of Toshkivka, just outside Severodonetsk. Outnumbered and outgunned in the east, Ukraine is warned Russian forces may soon intensify their attack. This artillery is firing rounds with a range of around 20 kilometers or 12.5 miles. The target, we're told, Russian armored personnel carriers. Thanks to the Americans, I think we can win this war, says Bogdan. The only problem is we need more barrels, more artillery, and more ammunition. Or in plain English,
we need your help.
Enough weapons to fight. His comrade, Grach, puts a number to it. Weapons to win. We need at least 500 of these guns, he says. This has become an artillery war, and victory in this war will come from the barrel of a gun. And we had to leave that area very quickly, Wolf, because there's fear of Russian drones overhead. We know that one of those M777 batteries was hit in that area just the day before. The Russians claim that they have knocked out 15, according to their Ministry of Defense.
In the streets of Saharanpur, a lingering fear. For Muslims in the town, nothing feels safe anymore. Anti-Muslim sentiments growing in India. Targeted in hate crimes, attacked in political speeches. Now, they're afraid the government's coming for their homes. This is what happened to Kushnuders. Bulldozers sent in after her 17-year-old son Abdul was detained. Authorities say they'll demolish illegally constructed homes of those accused of taking part in violent protests. Kushnuda was here with her young grandchildren when the digger showed up without warning.
The children were crying. They were howling. There were lots of police here too. Everyone was scared. The bulldozer was outside and we were in here.
Thousands demonstrated in the town following Friday prayers over a week ago, after a national spokesperson for the Hindu nationalist BJP made offensive remarks about the Prophet Muhammad. A largely peaceful march turned tense, dozens of Muslim men detained. Asma hasn't seen her son Ali since that day. He's accused of rioting. She says he wasn't even at the protests. But officials have been to inspect her house. She's scared the bulldozers could visit next.
We sacrificed everything to build this house. They came and said it's illegal and threatened to break it down. We are insects for them. They can crush us anytime they want.
It's not just the town of Saharanpur. In recent months, bulldozers have been deployed across India by the governing BJP to crack down on dissent. They're calling it bulldozer justice here in India, a form of punishment which many say targets Muslim protesters, one which has drawn criticism from some of the country's top legal minds. In a statement, a group of retired judges and sitting Supreme Court lawyers said that it was an unacceptable subversion of the rule of law, a violation of citizens' rights, one which makes a mockery of the Constitution. But India's BJP government disagrees. We asked an elected official from the party here in Saharanpur if bulldozing was a proportionate response.
Nobody has the right to destroy any public property. So according to the law, definitely the bulldozer must be used on them. Bulldozing is the right thing to do.
A threat to their homes and their rights. The bulldozer risks shaking the foundations of India's democratic values. Rajini Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Saharanpur.
Max Boot was on MSNBC again this week. Guess what he was talking about? Can you guess? The one thing that brings joy to his stunted and miserable existence, and that's war. Other people burning each other to death. Max Boot announced a new escalation in his new favorite war, the war in Ukraine. Listen to this.
I think the key here is we have to understand that we're making a mistake in the way that we think about the war, because we keep thinking about it as their war. The Ukrainians are fighting. We need to think about it as our war. We're not providing Grey Eagle drones that the Ukrainians need. We're not providing as many multiple launch rocket systems as they need. All of us collectively can be and should be doing more, because we need to understand this is our fight that the Ukrainians are on the front lines of.
It's our war. Hear that, people of Dubuque, Bangor, Gulfport, Spokane? It's your war, not theirs. But the weird thing is, despite the fact that it's our war, Max Boot is still in the Morning Joe studio wearing soft shoes. So despite this war's world historic importance and our own personal ownership of it, Max Boot is not actually fighting his war. Nor, even more strangely, is Max Boot sending his own salary to fund our war. What he's doing is what he always does, which is promoting our war. And this is hardly the first war. In Boot's long and not at all varied career as a war promoter, he has demanded that American troops go to war in a dizzying variety of countries. Boot has called for invasions of Syria, an invasion of Iran, as well as a hot war against North Korea, even a war against Saudi Arabia. Quote, if the U.S. armed forces made such short work of a hardened goon like Saddam Hussein, imagine what they could do to the soft and sybaritic Saudi royal family, Boot once wrote, and he was imagining it in great detail. Well, that didn't happen. We never invaded Mecca. Too bad. So Max Boot moved on to calling for the military occupation of Pakistan. Pakistan. Nuclear armed Pakistan. Let's occupy it. And then Somalia. Those were our wars, too. In 2011, Boot called for a war against Libya. And Hillary Clinton actually did it. And of course, Boot was one of the main cheerleaders for our war against Iraq. Quote, once we have deposed Saddam, he wrote before the invasion, we can impose an American-led international regency in Baghdad to go along with the one in Kabul, to turn Iraq into a beacon of hope for the oppressed peoples of the Middle East. Now, that would be a historic war aim. Is this an ambitious agenda? Without a doubt. Does America have the resources to carry it out? Also, without a doubt. Sure, we can afford it. It'll be easy. Now, trillions of dollars and more than 1 million dead people later, how did Max Boot's prediction work out? Don't ask. He's got a new war to sell you. It's our war. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.
This is CBS News Flash. I'm Matt Piper in New York. 6 people have been killed after a helicopter crashes in West Virginia. The Huey chopper was based at the Logan Airport and used for tourist flights. Both the FAA and NTSB are now investigating. European leaders are set to meet and could grant Ukraine official status to join the European Union. The decision comes after a positive recommendation from the European Commission last Friday. EU leaders visited Kyiv last week in a show of support. And the Bloodhound is top dog at the 146th Westminster Dog Show. Trumpet beat the likes of the French Bulldog, German Shepherd, and Maltese. More than 3,000 dogs were entered in the event. For more news, download the CBS News app on your cell phone or connected TV. I'm Matt Piper, CBS News, New York.
Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer is facing criticism for her not saying the word woman. Listen to this.
I have the constitutional ability to bring a lawsuit to protect constitutional rights of people of Michigan. So I brought a lawsuit on behalf of all the menstruating people in Michigan, 2.2 million.
Kevin Rinke is the Republican candidate looking to take Whitmer's position as Michigan's governor. So for the side that wants to follow science with everything else, they refuse to say woman. You have other Democrats saying things that also don't make sense. She's not the only one, as far as Rep. Cori Bush calling them birthing people. I want to listen to this, and then we're going to talk about it.
I am committed to doing the absolute most to protect black mothers, to protect black babies, to protect black birthing people.
None of this is about supporting life. What this is about is controlling women's bodies. This is about making sure that someone like me as a woman or any menstruating person in this country cannot make decisions over their own body.
Well, I find it offensive as a woman when they call it birthing people. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Ashley, are you talking to me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Kevin,
good morning.
You're live. Hi, how are
Yeah.
you?
I'm doing great.
So when you hear things like this from Governor Whitmer saying menstruating people, I mean, it's almost like women are being the ones attacked right now. Am I right?
I don't understand it. I mean, there's men and there's women, and why we are spending time talking about menstruating people is beyond me. We have issues in Michigan, Ashley, and I don't think that trying to change terminology at this stage of the game is what should be being focused on.
Do you think when Democrats use language like this, do you think that's really just pushing more people, whether they used to vote Democrat or not, to go to the polls and vote Republican because they're kind of tired of it?
Well, I think what it does is it pushes people to think how crazy these people are. And my hope is that they go to the polls and they vote Republican, because we're going to bring back some common sense issues, and we're going to focus on what's important for them to move them forward during these very difficult times of high inflation, high cost of living. We're going to focus on issues versus changing, gender terms or having drag queens in kitchens and classrooms and all of these crazy things that these people are bringing up.
Kevin, what's going to be your main driving message to get people to vote for you?
Well, I think it comes down to this. It's the economy. And we need to focus on relief for people who are suffering. We have record high gas prices in Michigan. We have high unemployment numbers. We have businesses that have been decimated by the actions not only of the Biden administration, but those that have been mirrored by Gretchen Whitmer. People in Michigan are hurting. They need real leadership and real solutions, and this person isn't following them.
Right. I think people all over the country are hurting, and I think rhetoric like this is going to really be a big driver to the polls and hopefully to see a red wave. Kevin Rinke, thank you for being with us this morning, and good luck to you.
Thanks very much, Ashley.
No
Hope
problem.
to see you again soon.